am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Kyuujin cosplay, and tonight we are back again, guys, with To Your Eternity, episode 5.
We are prisoners of a city whose name I forgot, because I keep forgetting.
Yanome.
Yes, and we found out that Yanome has been using the traditions of, sacrificing little girls for that bear in order to manipulate Ninana, which is basically another country, sort of. It's got many districts and villages, and they've been using the tradition to basically get them to sacrifice their kids and to get them to give more offerings and food and places and land to satisfy the bear. So yeah, they've been assholes, and the fact is that they're more advanced and technologically advanced, and their culture is much more developed. So they can just basically manipulate the lesser villages who can't write, can't speak, can't communicate between each other, and they're not there yet, unfortunately. So it's not good, and we are now prisoners of that place.
Yeah.
Although now we're actually escaping, so that's different.
Are trying to escape.
Yes.
We don't know if it's gonna work yet.
We made a rope out of fur, so that was cool. We are, the girl with the purple hair, whose name we still gotta remember, she is this guy, the cats are fighting. She is disguised as a guard, and she's gonna break us out, or at least she's gonna try. And last episode, we also learned the meaning of pain, sort of. We know how to express it. It hurts. We know how to say that. And we seem to be able to connect permanently with the living beings. That's a cat again. He's just, okay. We seem to know how to, communicate. We formed bonds with the living things around us, and that's how we managed to feel the pain of the bear we hurt last 2 episodes ago. And Fu kept saying it hurts, it hurts, it hurts. And eventually you got March, who took care of the bear, and the speech turned into thank you. So that's how we knew we connected with that bear. It was really sad. They say the bear is dead now, so we still gotta somehow find a way to bring proof of the bear's death to our village so they stop the rituals. Because that shit is crazy.
Yeah, we need to convince those elders.
They are too stubborn. And for that to happen, we need to escape, get the heart, and then get to our country. Yep. So, yay! Let's jump in this episode and see if the plan is gonna work. Don't forget to subscribe, guys, if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
Alright, so let's watch that recap again.
Yes. Fucking show. I went through the first episode fairly well,
I didn't understand her too tight. Like I said, I got a glimpse of the opening, and she was a grown-up. So it's like, oh, she's gonna be a grown-up. That's super cool, but fucking opening that's lying to us again.
You can't trust the opening.
I know.
But I knew people were crying during this show. I knew first episode, was after we watched it, it was meant for us to cry. It was meant to be emotional, and I knew from watching after that thumbnails of people reacting to the first episode that people cried. And I thought, oh, we did good. I didn't cry that much. I got teary-eyed, but I wasn't a mess or anything. So I was like, I can do this. I can watch this show. And then they fucking killed March. And I fucking jinxed it again. This episode, I said I liked her. I thought she was pretty cool. I really loved her. And then she fucking died.
Why do you always jinx it when you're watching
But then,
show?
I feel like this show is very sad, but at the same time, very beautiful. It's the idea. Everyone dies. It's the idea of life. And they said it themselves. You live, you earn, you get, you're born, you earn not your right to live, I would say, but you earn the value of your life. You make it what you want it to be.
You find your purpose in life.
Yeah.
Until the end of it.
It's not, you don't just exist, you gotta make something of it, and that's, you are the one that gives meaning to your life, and you make it something great. This is what Fu needs to do, and this is what March managed to do too, because she was supposed to die for a meaningless cause that she didn't understand and that turned out to be a lie. She wanted to do it then as a sacrifice for her sibling and her friend, but then still her death had absolutely no meaning if you think about it because of the whole lie thing. Yet in the end she still died, but she made it so the sacrifice was linked to the life of someone she cared about. You know, it was directly to save someone from being hurt. So her death had meaning in the end. It's really sad, but then she is not completely gone. We saw basically through her eyes, we saw that the orb still has a way of connecting with her soul, her emotions, and it can act through her, and it kept the hurt feelings from the bear. It kept the sense of purpose that there's something to do. You know, I gotta do something, and I think gentleness too, and camaraderie from that first boy, and from March, it's keeping. I think it's how can I say that? Well, I would say maybe gentleness too.
Kindness.
It's kindness, and you know, it's the innocence and beauty of that child, you know, that it could cry facing emotions. It got his emotions and his empathy from March. You connect and you feel the pain, and you turn it into, you know, you feel and you this hurt for others, and you cry for them. Basically, I mean, we're going to keep a part of every person we interact with forever. And I thought we were going to stay with them for longer. And I was really bad at explaining the whole thing, but that's because I'm a mess.
Do you think that every single person that Fu is connecting with, when that person or that thing dies, do you think that his spirit is going to stay around it? Because we saw the bear spirit and we saw a March spirit.
Well, I mean, it interacted with March, and it impacted him in a way enough that now we can change into March. Right? So just like that little boy in the first episode, just like the bear, just like the wolf, we interacted with March, and then she died, and we were left with that interaction, so now we can use that to remember her.
No, but what I meant is we saw technically March spirit. She dreamt of being a grown-up, and she went back to reality, and she saw...
No, but that means that when he changes, you know, when he connects with someone or something, there's a part of that someone who is also part of him now. So March would have acted, we know that March would have acted in that moment. He couldn't hear her, he couldn't feel her probably, but he connected with her, so he reacted the way she would have reacted. Because he's got a part of her in him.
Too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. He feels the connection deeply, and it shows through his emotions. That's what he got from her. It's fucking sad that she had to die, but I gotta say the way she died was a lot better in this way than you know, through a sacrifice. And that woman, she became crazy in the end. You know, she's the whole reason. She's the full reason for March's death, and I can never forgive her. I'm so sad for Pelona. Pelona, that's her name? Perona? Anyway, Pelona, I don't know. I'm really, really sad for her. She tried her best, and I know she sees it as a mean thing to do to her. You know, I gotta keep on going because, I mean, she lost her sister, and now she got that connection with that little girl who she saw as also kind of like a sister too, and she did everything to protect her, and she ended up dying to save her life, kind of like her sister did back then.
Yeah.
Again, she's feeling that pain. She wants to die from it. And you got Fu through March's emotions who's like, dude, don't do it. You know, your life is worth something. And March died to protect you. You can't throw that away. It hurts. And in life, it's true, you know, you get those moments where you're going to suffer. You get those moments where you lose people. Death is a part of life. It's always going to hurt. But then there's a reason why life is worth living. You know, for all the lows you're going to go through, you're going to get the highs. You know, you connected with Fu. You have a purpose to protect someone else now. You know, you went back to the village and you were accepted. You have a family over there.
And now they're going to go against the... Yanome
they're gonna defend themselves, and we managed to prove, perhaps because they saw the bear, so maybe that's enough to shake things up and stop. I'm not sure if we're gonna see them again, but we got maybe things shaken up a little bit, so maybe the ritual is gonna stop. You know, all of this wasn't for nothing, and to just throw her life away would have been an insult to March's sacrifice. So you keep a part of, kind of like Fu, you keep a part of her alive in you, and you keep her, you know, everything that she was as a child, her innocence, her beauty as a human being too, because she was so kind. I think it's kindness also that Fu got from her. Maybe it's the whole emotion thing that he kept, but kindness.
Said it,
no, I said all sorts of other words, but
yeah, but
not
I said
kindness.
and repeated kindness.
Oh, perhaps. Sorry, but I'm a bit of a mess today, and I can't find my English. But basically, she was, you know, a child facing the terrible reality that is life. Actually, is gonna, you know, be very naive, I'll say, but there's a beauty in that naivete. She connected with that bear, and she did not want that bear to be used as a tool for hatred, or, you know, she didn't want that bear to, even in death, be the reason for all the pain and stuff. Like they would look at that heart and be like, oh, that bear was the reason and stuff. That he would still be the culprit, the evil,
The scapegoat.
Yeah. She did not want that for that being which she connected to.
Well, the thing with March, she was forced to grow up really fast with the fact that she was chosen as a sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
She was able to keep a little bit of innocence in her to see beauty and kindness and people and animals with that bear.
I see that as her being a child.
She had a gentle heart.
Well, yeah,
but
but children, that's what they do, you know, they haven't been tainted, and I think we saw it with Pelona, who, yeah. Anyway, she was trying desperately to keep that innocence, you know, keep her kind, keep her blind to war, to the fights, to the harsh reality. She was still smiling. She kept smiling for her, even in death. You know, she had to keep on going, pretending, because that's what her sister did for her. Even if things are harsh and stuff, that kid has to keep that smile. So I gotta smile for her. And even if I want to cry, even if my life is going to shit, even if I have to suffer, I will suffer so that she doesn't have to, and make it look like it's not hurting. You know, this is kind of the job of the adults. They are aware of the harsh reality, so they are trying really hard to leave that kid, you know, in peace for as long as possible, because they know that once she gets to be a grown-up, it's gonna change. She's gonna stay a child for the rest of her life. She's dead. You know, she's gonna stay a child forever, and she kept seeing that smile till the very end. But maybe Pelona gets to keep a bit of that kindness with her, and I think that would be the best tribute to pay to her friend. She died to save her. You know, respect that. Yes, it's gonna be harsh. You know, grief with her family. You're gonna be sad for sure, but then remember that she's not forever. She's not gone completely. You know, she left a part of her with you. You keep that in mind, and you try to remember her like this. And I hope Fu does the same. Technically, he does the same. He literally keeps a part of her with him. I don't know what I'm saying today. I feel like this show, you know, puts us through a lot of emotions. It messes with our hearts, and then after that we have to do a discussion that means something, and we're a mess. And I can't speak today. I feel like it's you know, it's late and I can't find my words, so I'm sorry if today's discussion doesn't mean much or doesn't, you know, make sense.
We're still in shock that they just killed right off March, but yeah, they did kill the boy in the first episode, so we should have expected. But once again, like I said, I have been fooled by the opening, so basically, I don't trust you anymore. I don't trust it.
The gist of it all is we now know that he keeps a part of everyone, you know, and not just I remember them. He actually keeps a part of who they were, you know, feelings and actions and thoughts and what they would do. You know, he connected with them so much that he actually keeps a part of them around. And maybe when he transforms into those, you know, when he was the dog, he felt overprotective. You know, he's got to take care of the people. When he's the human, he's kind and he's gentle.
When he was the bear, he was angry and in pain.
Yeah, and when he's March, he gets to be kind and loving.
I hope that he's going to be kind and loving.
Well, that's how I see it. And as for Paloma, she's gonna be accepted back to this village. She was never thrown out, but she's got a family, and she's got to see it in a way, you know. March is always gonna be a part of her, and that's
really
how
hope
things
that-
are. I hope we see her again.
You know what? I really hope that for her in the future she's gonna become maybe the chief of the village of the place. Like people are gonna respect
you know-
her. That she's
Well, chief, I don't know, but one thing I want to say is I really like for her to be a good archer in the future. Like she's already pretty badass, and how I kind of see it, you know, in the end, she wanted to kill that woman, and I was talking about how she keeps a part of March around and stuff, and it's March's innocence, how she would forgive that bear, how she would want to spare that bear. She doesn't want to hurt. She's still naive in that way. And Paloma, anyway, keeping a part of March with her is wanting to aim for the head, and then she happens to miss and hit the hand instead. So she doesn't kill her, because March would not want to kill anyone. She protected Fu, because she shot at the hand, but she could have killed her, and she ended up not doing it. She missed, but the way I see it, it's not so much a coincidence. And
Maybe.
that's proof to me that, you know, March is still alive through the people that were with her. And that's also the beauty of life. You go through a few things, you make those connections, and then yes, when you die, it's sad, but it doesn't mean it's the end of your existence. You go on for as long as people remember you. And in this case, if you meet the orb, you're gonna go on forever. Unless
for all
the creator pulls them out of Earth, I guess. But this episode, fuck. Okay, so we cried for real, intense. We lost March. Next episode, I don't know where we're gonna be. We saw a bit of the preview for next episode, so we're gonna meet up with the old woman, I guess.
Yep.
And we're gonna keep making those connections and keep meeting new people, and we're gonna become more and more human as we go, more and more alive,
Okay.
and never forget the people we lost. Anyway,
Oh, I did not expect that.
yeah, me neither. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. Very sorry if I did not make any sense. I was hearing myself speak and I did not understand half of what I said, so you're forgiven if it's the same. But yeah, if you want to see the next episode right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
Yep. And if you don't, the next one will be out on YouTube next week. So we're gonna see you then, guys.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.